Oh, hi. It's been a while, hasn't it? I guess there really hasn't been anything worth talking about. Even though I did, I guess, make a review about In a Violent Nature, but that movie was such a piece of fuck that I just don't feel like editing it yet. But Deadpool and Wolverine? Hell yes! We've been looking forward to this movie since the first Deadpool movie was announced. Intros be damned! Deadpool and Wolverine, maximum effort! Deadpool and Wolverine is a 2024 sequel to Deadpool 2 and kind of Logan, and the first time you've seen either of these mad lads since Disney bought Fox in 2019 and stopped fridging one of their biggest properties. And let me tell you, if you don't like sideways shots at Marvel, you might not like the only joke in Deadpool and Wolverine. After that, I'm not really sure where to begin. I guess let's look at the plot. They cobble together some boring exposition that takes entirely too long. Some rogue multiverse agent guy who wants to destroy already deteriorating timelines because they lack Wolverine. I mean the anchor being. Which kind of sucks if you think about the implications too much, given how underexplained it all is. Did they pick the right movie to do this? Also, Deadpool wants to matter because Vanessa, who was the driving force of him in the last two movies, thinks he's too selfish and broke up with him? But didn't he, in Deadpool 2... Hey, don't think about any of that shit too hard, because this is what sets up what DPW's actual title is. Cameo Pool! For real, this movie can't stop throwing affordable cameo after cameo for the sake of get the theater to clap! And if they couldn't afford Ben Affleck or Robert Downey Jr., don't worry. They've got someone to mention their name just in case you forgot it was a thing you knew existed. Clap. 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 Occasionally, you do get a good subversion or a joke, but given the audience it's played to, you really gotta wonder, was the audience cheering because Gambit? Or that Channing Tatum as Gambit was something that they were trying to get off the ground for years, much like Deadpool itself? Hey, it doesn't matter because Deadpool just told us the joke anyway, because we're fucking idiots and we don't understand. Which brings us to our next subject. Deadpool's humor. On the surface of it, nothing has really changed much from the last two movies until you stopped eating out your sexualized popcorn bucket and realize, this is kind of fucking lazy. Yes, he's always broken the fourth wall and he cursed a lot, but something here hits different. Maybe it's because of the lack of improv ADR that they weren't allowed to do because of the strikes. But here, most of his jokes is just Disney Marvel meta, or he's just yapping and it's not very endearing like we're used to. Deadpool always seems at arm's length from every character. He's not really getting up close and personal. Maybe it's because everybody's shooting their shots without anybody else around him on some fucking green screen. I don't know. Even the haha gay jokes that everybody on Twitter complained about during the marketing campaign doesn't really even seem prevalent here. Deadpool is at his worst when his humor is just reference pool, and that's what we get here in overabundance. It all feels so forced and toothless at the same time because that's the MCU way. The stupidity of it all is okay as long as you're constantly pointing out how stupid it all is. I love when the guy who uses the fucking punchline, "He's right behind me, isn't he?" tells me how much of a fucking mark I am. Deadpool can't do coke on screen, but Blade can drop the R slur. What? Listen, I'm not here to clutch pearls while talking about how my dick doesn't work in Lola Bunny's tits, but if you're gonna neuter jokes for marketability purposes, maybe leave that one on the cutting room floor so you don't get canceled by the woke mob. What the fuck? It really is a testament to just how riskless and undiverse this movie is. I guess there was a demographic they didn't want to piss off. We're just missing Wolverine, right? That's what we sold a lot of this movie on, their team up. Now, Hugh Jackman has been playing this character for so long that he has it down in every possible way. The man is Wolverine, and he delivers arguably the best scene in the movie, when he lets out the frustration of an audience expecting a good Deadpool movie on Deadpool for a minute and a half. Okay, so he was yelling at him about something else, but the tone and the delivery was a glimmer of what this movie could have been. But the main stumble here is the chemistry. Like, aren't these two actors friends? Like, nothing about them really seemed to fucking click. I'm not saying they felt like complete strangers, but the chemistry was just entirely off. From a quality standpoint, this movie is a massive waste of potential, much like I'm told I am. They juxtapose a bunch of cool shit like Pym Falls. I guess Lang in this case, but Pym Falls and X-23, they juxtapose against what if Sad Wade Wilson works at CarMax? What? And then just 10 minutes of nothing. This movie is witless, charmless, and heartless. It's sexless. Deadpool, touch somebody! It isn't like Deadpool 1 and 2 are transcendent indie films, but fuck, at least they had an identity. The one thing I worried about this movie is it just being fine, and fine it is. And it worked. I'm a dick. I'm not unaware. The audience laughed and clapped at every beat they were supposed to, even the exhausting jokes that were in the trailers they've seen 70 times. Which I don't love, but I get it. That's what the movie's built for. But that's the problem. This movie plays it safe because too much money is on the line, and it dilutes the character of Deadpool into everything people dismiss him for already. They already had the audiences hooked. They could have tried something new, but instead they just made another Marvel movie, and guess what? Like I said, it worked. It's gonna make millions of dollars. As I'm filming this now, it's already surpassed $100 million worldwide, and it's been out for what, 2 days? It'll go on to make hundreds of millions more, and it will probably get a sequel that's even more hollow than this one. And then in 5 to 7 years, people are gonna look back and they're gonna be like, wow, this was kind of a piece of shit. Because this isn't a movie, it's a theatrical experience. Once you bring it home and there isn't some stupid bitch behind you singing every fucking song in the goddamn movie, you realize there isn't really any movie there. But until then, don't say the chemistry in this movie is kind of flat. It's over-reliant on cameos and has a nonsensically bad plot, because then you just hate fun! Or whatever. Fuck it. I'm part of the problem. I knew this movie was gonna be bad just from the trailers, and I was still wanted to like it, so I went and go in to see it, and I'm probably gonna buy it when it comes out. Nothing's gonna change. Let's fucking go see a different movie.